members, all other staff members from several colleges who are eager to listen us what we are going to discuss here today. Our IQAC trustee board members, IQAC cluster advisory board, especially Dr. Badrunisa ma'am and Dr. Shankar sir, and all my colleagues. So wholeheartedly, I welcome you all on this August occasion of this national webinar we are organizing for this particular aspect of this MoU, as well as various other courses we are uh, uh, starting here from the in the near future. Before come to this particular idea, what these particular things are, why we are organizing this particular webinar, what is the purpose, etc. Actually, all these things will be discussed in detail by our principal, our president, Professor Pahade sir. Before that, it's my duty to make you all aware about what this IQC cluster, because lot many members know this particular cluster, what it is doing, etc. But there are so many new members also who have joined in today's activity. So let me make them aware about what this cluster is, what it does, how it has been formulated, and so on. So IQAC cluster is a registered body or registered trust under the Trust Act. It is a movement to promote quality in higher education to individuals and institutions through training, interaction, and continuous supports. IQAC cluster has dedicated teachers from various states of India to support this noble cause. Our policy, in fact, it's our motto, is not competition but cooperation. We have worked with UGC, RUSA, HRDC, and several universities in India. These are the following are the areas of assistance by cluster: training for IQAC coordinators. In the first phase, that means when this particular pandemic started, we have trained almost more than 700 IQAC personnel on IQAC and NAAC criteria in 1 week FDPs and workshop in association with HRDC Pune, RUSA Maharashtra, Mumbai, and Solapur University. Then onwards, more than 1500 personnel trained for filling EQR from July 2019 to November 2019, only in the 4-5 months, through the 10 workshops pan Maharashtra through self-funding. Cluster has conducted more than 1000 workshops, conferences, seminar, in-house, out-house sessions on varied aspects of quality, NAAC, teaching and learning, and other issues till date. During the lockdown period of last 1.5 year or 1.5 year in the last year, this lockdown period, we have reached all the states of India and have trained more than 20,000. Once again, I am repeating this number. More than 20,000 teachers have been trained through 155 webinars, 155. Such 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days webinars were organized, and more than 20,000 IQAC people or teachers we have trained for these varied aspects what I have discussed earlier. Cluster has conducted 4 short-term courses and has several in the pipeline. That will be also discussed by our president in his speech. Cluster is the only body with an excellent metro, urban, and rural connect. The rural base is very broad and it extends in almost all states of our country. Cluster has tools for academic and administrative audits and in assistance and as well as analysis. The tools and expertise is available online as well as offline mode. Cluster helps institutions to redefine or to refine their content so that they receive minimum queries in the accreditation process. Cluster helps organizations to plan for the year in a balanced way so that they are able to cover majority areas of in each and every criteria. Cluster helps organizations to conduct timely audits. For example, gender audit, environmental audit, green audits, website audits, and other types of audits too. Cluster updates its stakeholders with updated NAAC, UGC, university, and HRDC guidelines from time to time for remaining valid in the educational scenario. Cluster continuously creates material hard and soft for the members so that they get the benefits during the AQR as well as SSR preparations. This benefits rural India the most, and this is what we have reports and several other IQAC coordinators as well as personal talk with us, and they gave this type of response that this entire activity is helping a lot, all of them. With technological support, Cluster has created a portal. Our own portal is there, IQACClusterIndia.com, with colleges to help them in planning on an yearly basis with a dedicated mentoring so that college goes for a overall growth. The IQAC Cluster app for individual teachers updates them on new rules, new GRs of the government, and the new updates on NAAC related processes and procedures. Cluster voluntarily arranges expert lectures and workshops with or without institutions for teachers to update the teaching and administrative fraternity continuously, updating the training principals and directors on accreditation and quality related aspects. These are very few to mention here in this particular meeting. Apart from that, from last 4 years, Cluster has worked on so many fronts, lot many fronts, and this entire our journey has taught lot many things to us. So being together, have a group, have a such type of organization, have a systematic structure and the systematic working procedures, that has helped almost thousands of institutions in the entire state, Maharashtra state, as well as on other states too. So this is what our motto. So let's come together for cooperation, and we are not supposed to make any have any competition in between us. This is the motto, and with this motto, we are working from last 4 years. So at present, we have our platform like Telegram platform for communication purpose. We are having our website or web portal for this assessment and accreditation related activity purpose. We are having this app, newly launched app. It is still in the making, and these are the several platforms which are using. We are using technology at most to reach as many as number of college in the states and to take this entire work ahead and ahead, and that will help the entire the education, higher educational sector in our country. So this is a brief introduction of the cluster. More about this you will come across in the discussion in the future too. So I request all of you, the new members who are for the first time they are in contact with us today, please join this cluster, either this our app, or you can join through our Telegram group, or you can visit our website for further activities and information too. So I'm say once again, I'm welcoming you all on this particular August occasion for this particular national webinar. And now I request our President, Professor Piyush Pade sir, to take over and to elaborate the basic idea behind this webinar, what we are proposing, what we have proposed, and how this entire institutions will be benefited through this activity. Now it's over to you, Piyush sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharatji. Respected trustees of IQAC Cluster, respected partners of IQAC Cluster, new partners who are going to join us with this particular program, several principals from a very large number of colleges who are here, and we have been informed that they are going to join. A very large number of IQAC coordinators, respected IQAC personnel, and all the members who are here. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was scanning through the 8 pages of this particular Zoom meeting, and I could now see that so many new people have joined this cluster. I request to keep yourself muted. It's a pleasure to be with all of you. Whenever we have our meetings, we keep on interacting how colleges are with us and how best are we able to help them out. And for a very long time, there were 2 areas that were bothering us. One was, how can we link these wonderful institutions together? very often we keep on feeling that a college from Kolkata or a college from Dehradun, as you are able to see over here, Arun Kumar ji is to be seen, can get linked up to a college somewhere in Gujarat, in Maharashtra, in Karnataka, in Andhra, in Telangana, in Punjab. Each with such huge diversity that we have. Learning can come only when they get into touch with each other. And therefore, as a part of our plan, that was our big plan, that we wish to create leaders. Leaders as individuals, leaders as institutions. And this leadership can come only when we keep on sharing. And therefore, can we create these MoUs whereby small bunch of colleges would come together? We all keep on talking about the new education policy, NEP. From this year, Academic Bank of Credits is already in. NEP also keeps on talking diversity needs to come together. That would mean that a cluster where one college is of law, the other is of management, the third one happens to be arts, commerce, science college, and maybe some other college could be some pharmacy college. This type of cluster can also come into picture and it can work fantastically. The more we share, the better we will be. This thought goes with NEP. This is one part. Second part, it goes with nationalism. This goes with intense nationalism. The third thought is that this goes with learning. And the fourth thought happens to be this goes with the cluster. And therefore, we want to create these kind of MoUs. And to link anybody, why should there be any charge? And therefore, this linking is not going to be charged in any way. We will help you to link. We'll be having a list of colleges and we'll like to share them with each other. The second part is that there has to be some purpose also besides just linking, because those linking should remain functional. When we go through the manual of NAAC, we find there are so many places where how are you catering to the students? When it comes to gender-based programs, when it comes to IPR, when it comes to many other aspects, it comes to a variety of skill courses, which are not based on 30-hour program, which are based on some kind of training that the student has. It virtually becomes impossible for every organization to give attention to each and every aspect and to get things covered up. In most colleges, what I'm able to see is that at the end of the year, IQAC asks, what have you done? If a college analyzes it, then in that case, they come to know so many spaces are still blank in this entire big questionnaire of IQAC, of NAAC. While filling up the reports, you are distinctly able to see this has not been done, not done, not done, not done, not done. These are the areas which we actually intend to fill up the gaps. For example, in 1.3.1, when we are talking about criteria 1.3.1, where you are able to see how are you able to enrich the programs? How are you able to enrich the courses? Do you have any small courses for it? On gender, on environment, on something else, sustainability, on work ethics, culture, something like that. Something again repeats in criteria 7. These gaps, filling up these gaps is a big issue. We may conduct some such kind of programs. Colleges do conduct, definitely. But then NAAC also has another expectation. In what numbers are you catering to it? And that becomes a big problem. When you make a mention, yes, we conducted a course on gender for which 100 students were present. NAAC says, oh, is it 100? Okay. What is in your extended profile? What is the number of students you have? Oh, it's the denominator is 4,000. The end result comes out 100 divided by 4,000. It means you need to work. Second aspect that I wish to add. So this is one part. Second aspect that I wish to add. In some cities, maybe in some cities, you may get some expertise. In a very large number of cities and in the rural belts, getting the right expertise is a big problem. Let us say for IPR, from where do I get a person who will come in the college and who will be delivering out 12 sessions on IPR or 12 lectures on IPR? Virtually impossible. Even if they want to conduct, and if you bring somebody and who's going to deliver a session for all the days, for 4 days, for 3 days, the hall has a capacity of only 150. We have done this exercise in 2019 when we trained 800 students for IPR. But then it was a 4-day program. 4-day program, thrice daily. That would mean that the speaker was called or the speakers were called and they were being taken care from morning to evening. उनके लिए चाय है क्या, उनके लिए नाश्ता है क्या, उनके लिए खाना है क्या? People are along with them and batches after batches are coming and going. Getting a expert who's going to wait with you for an entire day is also a problem. Second part, spending so much of money is also a problem. So you find to achieve a benchmark, which could be a very good benchmark, which could be a very good thought that an accrediting agency is mentioning out, achieving it is a big problem. If we want to outsource it, it is still a big problem because how to take care of it, how to keep a check on it. And the last part is how much to pay. So when we talk of such kind of courses, it is with respect to time. That is, it is with respect to expertise available, number one. Number two, it is with respect to time available, whether I am to teach my course or I am to see to it that whether students are attending IPR. It is with respect to availability at your place. It is with respect to money. It is with respect to space. It is with respect to repeating multiple times. And therefore, these areas, they just cannot be taken care by a very large number of colleges. As we go through especially as we go through the SSRs of the college who are going for their NAAC accreditation, they get validated from us. When some colleges, after they go for SSR and when queries come, they interact with us and they try to solve their queries. Everywhere we find that these gaps are very huge and in almost every criterion. This particular webinar deals with institutions who need to cater to their students for such kind of courses. You all know cluster caters to teachers on a very large scale. Short-term courses chalte hai, webinars chalte hai, seminars chalte hai, something is going on. But catering to the students is a very different issue. And now, with the expertise available with us, we have been searching out on these expertises. Now, with the expertise available with us, we are going to come into this aspect. So here, we will be dealing with the institutions. there will be an MoU with two parts. An MoU whereby colleges, a small group of colleges from all over the nation are going to link up to each other. And the second part is dealing with these courses. There will be a list of courses and there will be a long list of courses. Today we are starting with a few courses. Tomorrow we can come on demand with on the demand we can start providing the courses. Third part, some of you may like to offer some kind of courses through us. That also can be dealt by us. Primarily, we wish to link up the world together. And therefore, courses would be one big aspect that through which we are going to deal with the colleges. So this is the big thought. The thought is, one, to link up colleges with each other and to create national networks which can be useful to the colleges for sharing the students, for sharing the topics, for sharing the teachers, for sharing the research. Maybe they are closely related for sharing infrastructure, for sharing libraries, for sharing n number of things that you have with each other. We won't come into it. You can always decide, you can share. If you want us to help you out, we can help you there also. And for which there are no charges. And the second part is of the same MoU is, we will be offering you courses on some specific topics. We'll be showing you the list also very shortly. So these courses are primarily for the students, and they help you to fill up the gaps in your AQARs and SSRs. Second part is that these courses are needed for the universities, they are needed for autonomous colleges, they are needed for affiliated colleges, they are needed for professional colleges, they are needed for everybody. So they are the same courses. Our objective is to end the search that the institutions keep on doing, and to see to it that your AQARs, your SSRs are better than what they were previously. This is one part of the MoU. What more is going to come along with it, that also needs to be told. Colleges do some such kind of courses. They conduct these courses. But what is the document that is needed? That is an issue. So for example, when a course on gender is to be conducted, who is the speaker? What is the profile of the speaker? Which organization that speaker represents out, or those speakers represent, or that team represents? The details of it. Whether they are authorities in that subject, yet another aspect comes into picture. Then how many lectures or sessions were conducted in terms of hours? From what day to what date was it conducted? How many of your students had registered? How many of your students have attended? What is their attendance? That is the most important part. And a report of what was discussed or what was explained in that particular course. This is one part that comes into picture. What more comes in? You get a free access to these people. You can interact with them in the future also. We want you to interact with them in the future. Tomorrow it is quite possible that Satish, who is over here and who will be talking later on, who's an author of a book on water, which relates to environment, and you wish to go on small projects related to water, he can help you out over there. So the extension, the conduct is not just a course. We have conducted a course for 12 hours and the shop is closed. No. We wish you continue the associations for a longer period of time. You can further interact with them. You can have more sessions if you want on your own. If you want it to come through cluster, you can do that also. If you need a technology platform, that can come along with the white code. We wish the organizations become more dynamic. We wish all those areas which the institution is not able to cover up in their SSRs is what we can help you in covering up. This is what is going to come in this particular MoU. Now, once we come to know what is going to come in this particular MoU, how it will be delivered is what we will be talking. But before we talk about it, as to how it will be delivered, what is going to be done, what you want, what is your role, I will request our two representative course partners to present themselves for a few minutes. If Dr. Rupa is here, we'll like to have her, and I'll like her to talk out.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Good evening, Dr. Rupa.
Good evening, sir. First of all,
in 1 minute, just 1
yes.
minute, let me introduce Dr. Rupa. Dr. Rupa is a doctor by profession, number one. She is not a teacher, not a doctorate from academics. She has her own NGO, which is again of doctors. She works in social field, especially into genders, into empowering with respect to genders. And she also empowers a very large number of doctors by conducting a variety of courses. For example, when there was COVID, doctors needed to be empowered on COVID. So such kind of courses on diabetes and whatnot. So this is a brief introduction. Now I will hand over the mic to Dr. Rupa, please.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for these kind words of introduction. On behalf of Mukta Foundation, the organization through which I am invited here, I thank Cluster India Foundation and I welcome you all for this beautiful unity that we are going to walk together through this activity. I am thankful to Dr. Piyush sir for inviting us for conducting a session on gender awareness, and through Mukta Charitable Foundation, we will be conducting these sessions about gender-related awareness, which in brief, I will like to mention what all topic or what all will be the content in like the headings of this course. So we will start with gender-related understanding of the topic. Then it will go to gender stereotyping, slowly walking the students through the gender roles, gender-related bias, and division of labor, division of work because of gender. Then we will like to touch upon, being a doctor, I would like to touch upon gender and sexual health, how sexual health is important in this age group. Then we will move towards gender discrimination, gender related violence, which are a little more crucial topic which our youth need to be aware of. We will, over that, we will try to make them understand about various gender orientation, which will talk about LGBTQ people. Then finally, towards the end, we will like to talk to them about breaking the barriers. That means what kind of change can they consider to bring in the society, bring in their own thinking through this gender awareness. And while conducting this session, though we are going to use it, the online platform, we will try the best way possible to make it as interactive as we can. And I would like to say that we don't want to limit our role only up to these sessions, but we will like to help various colleges and other the institutes or the people who are connecting through this activity. We will like to be available for helping you conduct various activities at your end. The activities can be like very simple, like some kind of essay competition. At the same time, things like debate or small role plays or some more in-person awareness kind of thing also can be done from the student itself, in which whatever role we can play from our side, we will be welcoming those kind of help on our end. And I think that is all from my side. If anyone has any question during the session, we can definitely answer. We would like to answer those questions. So thank you all once again.
Thank you, Dr. Rupa. We have Satish. In case we have Satish ji. Yes. Yes, Satish, we'd like to hear from you. Please unmute yourself.
Yes. Good evening to one and all.
Let me introduce you in a minute. We have Satish Khade. He is not an academician. He has roamed all over India. He's a professional. And what you're able to see on his screen behind is Abhinav Jalanayak. That's a book that he has written on water. A very large number of projects that he has in his mind. He has his own course on water, which comes under environment for us and environment related courses. And every time when we are writing down our SSRs, we make a mention, we have a compulsory course on environment at second year level. The story can now change. So let me introduce you to Satish Khade, sir. I request Satish ji to please take on the mic.
Yes. Thank you very much for inviting me here. And I must congratulate IQAC Cluster, especially President Piyush Ji Pahade. What and how? As he mentioned that I'm concerned with water and environment. I'm an activist, as same like Rupa ma'am has told that it's our passion and we consider it as a service to society. What is the importance of courses in environment and water? I will brief. The existence of all living organisms is dependent on water only. And what is the situation of today's water? Groundwater almost depleted, almost vanished, we can say, because when borewell up to 500 feet and 1000 feet we are going, there is no groundwater. What about surface water? Most of the surface water is being polluted. No water source, surface water is being guaranteed that you can drink directly. And rain cycle has been totally disturbed due to climate change. And the situation is becoming very horrible in coming days as global warming and climate change, not only alarming, but we are experiencing the same thing in our places in our India, when four storms, or we can say there in 4 months, there are 4 storms at coastal area. Means when there is heavy rain situation is there like that, there is no rain situation will be there in some seasons. But the demand of water is being increasing due to population and the lifestyle. And as there is demand and supply is being very huge gap. And my dear friends, in California, stock exchange, there is water as a commodity, and at stock exchange, there is a trading of water. This is highly alarming news for us for this century. And total future depends on water and environment. Our health depends on water. Our education and school dropouts depend on water availability. Due to migration, it is huge school dropouts or illiteracy. There is 70% of diseases due to unavailability of good water. There is effect on GDP. There is effect on every aspect of life, means the peace of the community, so many things. That's why the youth, after all, we are all doing these things for the youth, and we have to nurture the youth in such a way that he should be stand up with all the situations, he should face all the situation. And coming 50 years, the situation is becoming critical and critical. That's why we should give them awareness about water. And awareness means not a primary level. When we are talking about water, in our courses, we said there are various aspects of water. There are 7 to 8 aspects of water. Water saving, water harvesting, non-pollution of water, then recycling of wastewater, water theft or water leakages, quality of water, and water literacy. These are 7 verticals we have to work. Any water work, we have to work in these 7 to 8 verticals. And every village, every cluster, every district have its own problem, because when there is drought in one state or one place, there is flooding in another area or another village. Means our problems are different and solutions are different. They should be customized. That's why awareing about all the problems is important from our side. What sort of help we can do? Not only lectures, as Piyush said very rightly, just giving lecture and the shop is closed, it's not like that. We will help by all means to take the things ahead, because with Pune University we are conducting, we means I'm telling about my Rotary Club, we are conducting Rotary Water Olympiad, which is the platform for presenting paper and innovative ideas or solutions for water issues. We are giving problem statements to various colleges, various students, interested students, and they are giving the solutions, or they are having some innovations. While conducting Water Olympiad, the juries are from industries and NGOs, and they take the assessment of the students. And at that time, if the interesting innovation or the applied innovation is there, these people get internship too. Means not only lecture, not only ideas, but if we taking the career, because water and environment will be the best career for this century. There are a lot of opportunities. My dear friends, we are having 7,500 companies working in water only. In India, we are having the list for that. Why I am saying all these things, there are a lot of opportunities to work in water sector and environment sector, and hence any commerce student to IT student, from medical student to MSW student, they can have the opportunities to work in water sector if they think properly, they observe properly, and we nurture them properly. And our role will be to nurture the youth, college youth, with proper information and proper solutions. I will give few examples and conclude myself. There are 8-9 examples I am giving. One college, what college level students can do as a water project, from zero investment and very low profile to highest profile, we will talk about. In Nanded district, there is one college is conducting water budget for their college, and they find that the college have excess water and they are giving the water to the farm beside, and water budget is mentioned on their wall, and every year the calculations as done, and the students get idea about how to calculate the demand and supply of the water. Same thing, MIT college from Pune, engineering college, we have conducted the water budgeting of various villages, and those students has taken sessions for the villages how to utilize that, how to have management, water management, including changing the crop pattern and various technologies to apply. The one college in Sindhudurg, the coastal colleges, I will tell about the colleges nearby the coastal area, what they are conducting. The one college has developed a model of earning from mangrove forest. What are the uses of various medicinal uses and so many uses of mangrove? They have place, and it make them what you can say, tourism place. And that college students has done this exercise and they save mangrove and give the employment to the villagers. So in one Ratnagiri Fishery College conducted the exercise about sponges, and they aware the fishermen about sponges, and now the sponges are not being wasted, they are again poured into the sea. This is done by college students. I will tell one college in Chikli, Buldhana, Maharashtra. There are so many colleges in Pune also, Assam campus, and so many colleges has done rainwater harvesting from their premises with the help of their students. So many colleges have saved their water by using aerators and flow regulators, which are very cheaper in cost. One college I observed, and I was with them, utilizing the RTI, means right of
Right to information.
Right to Information Act. It's a application of that one, and solve the issues of solid waste and various water problems in that city, in Bhiwandi. And one college has implemented such an experiment that all agro waste in that village has been converted into liquid fertilizers. There is a huge potential to work with the environment and water, and there are not only as a service, but there are always a career opportunities in water, and we will take these students, take this youth with such advices. We will suggest various projects for second year, that environment students, and we will have mentorship. If we will suggest project or give the problem statement, we will give mentorship also for taking these projects ahead. We will give the solutions for water issues, and we will conduct various workshop or lecture series for various subject in water and environment. Now, ball is in your court. How you can take the advantage of such all these? I have opened the menu card with you. You can take any menu and enjoy the things. Thank you.
Thanks, Satish. I want Rupa to add something. Rupa, madam.
Yes, sir.
Just you need to add something about the course that includes porn addiction, that deals with controlling the porn addiction and all those areas. I think so you have missed it out, and that is what my teachers should know.
Sir, sure. So basically, on behalf of Mukta Foundation, we are, along with HIV/AIDS and tuberculosis, hepatitis B, these kind of sexual health related work. Our main work is in terms of addiction and life skill and sexual health awareness. So when we are talking about addiction, like we all know that addiction is a tricky area for youngsters, and basically addiction is bad for all the ages, but when it is done or when it is faced at the younger age group below 22, it creates permanent damages on the person's brain. So for that particular reason, we have a lot of work going on in addiction field, and which includes not only the substance abuse, but it also includes addiction of various technological things which unnecessary the today's youth is uh, like getting involved into, as well as porn or this kind of wrong kind of getting information from the internet and getting addicted to these kind of things. So there might be some kind of internet related video games, there can be some kind of porn, then mobile addiction. So this kind of addictions we do work on, and we of course we do conduct sessions for doctors on addiction as well as on in the colleges. And addiction, along with that, we have the sessions on sexual health that we conduct right from the school students, like from 8th standard onwards. For them, we conduct session on various basic life skills and sexual health. And starting from that small age of school children, where they start being teenagers, and they are being they are made aware of, and some kind of uh, thought processing is initiated where they can consider doing it the right way. So this is all about what we do with addiction, and which is important, of course, with the colleges.
Thank you so much, Rupaji. I wanted that to be covered out also, because this is a concern not only for the parents, it's also a concern for the teachers.
Absolutely.
The attention disorder disease that we, not a disorder, it's a disease, a disorder that is being faced by most colleges. We are facing a big problem, and here the reasons of attention disorder could be anything, which, and at any age. This is the second aspect.
Yes.
So therefore, I thought that you
yeah.
need to mention it out, because that would be a part of our course also.
Correct. Yes.
So thank you so much, and let's go ahead with the MoU program. I deliberately just wanted to make a mention, and I wanted to tell you that these two courses will be starting immediately. We intend to go as soon as the basic work has been completed, on basics on MoU have been completed. We will be starting with these courses immediately. This is the big thing that I wanted to shoot out. Now comes how will we be going for it? This is the big part. How will we be conducting this entire episode? Today, as soon as this session gets over, a link will be reaching you. This link will be telling you whether if you're interested. Second part is that it will also come up with a format which makes a mention that it's an LOI that we can call the letter of intent, that we are interested in conducting in becoming a part of the MoU. This is what we wish to know from you, so that the link of letter of intent, already it has been posted out over here by white code on in the view list. That has a format also that we are interested in joining the hands for this particular MoU program. Then once you tell this, automatically our team will start communicating you. Here you are able to see this particular format has been prepared. This is a simple Google form that you can add, and a letter to come, for which again there is a format that is available. You can see can you click on the format, please, Dhanashyam? Yeah. Yeah. Can you take to that format, please? It's a simple format that makes a mention that we are interested in this particular program. This is the thing that talks about. We'd like to have that letter from you. This is one part. I'm waiting for the letter to be showcased out, or else I'll just read it out, not an issue. Yeah, here it is. This will come on the letterhead of the principal. With reference to MoU and the courses program launched by the cluster, we are interested in participating in this program. Kindly consider the application and communicate with us you're requested to give your name, your mobile number and official email ID and an alternate mobile number for the same so that we can communicate. This letter will be coming from the principal on the letterhead, and this link will be, you can add to the link and send it to us. We will communicate you and we can go ahead. This is one part that comes up. Now the biggest part that everybody is waiting for, and what is the cost? Of course, it comes with a cost. Now, the MOUs don't come with a cost. This is one thing. You can definitely have MOUs, but the courses come with a cost. Now, every course here is a 12-hour course. That is 1 week, 2 hours each day course. That is a 12-hour course. Except for the academic component, which I will not talk because it depends on specific academic courses where the course-wise the rates change. For all other courses, for 12 hours and for any number of students that you wish, you can have all your 4,000 students recruited. We have no issues. The fee will be rupees 5,000 only per course. So if we are going for a course on gender, you can have 200, 300, 400, 500 students, 600, 800, 1,000 students registered, not an issue. The fee will be rupees 5,000. We will be taking this fee from the college. It is for the college to charge or not to charge to the students. This year, maybe the college may pay. The next year, the college can charge the student with rupees 200 and ask the student to pay. The second part, you will say, ki bhai, this year you had gender, but next year we don't want gender. We have a long list of courses which I am going to show. These are some of them that are going to come. You can choose the course you want during the period of MoU. In these 2 years, you can choose whichever course you want. The years will be academic years. You can have it for 2 years. And in these 2 years, you can choose any course. This time you have if you wanted a course, let us say on water and gender, you can take it. You may feel that next year we want a course on IPR also. You can take that. You can take any number of courses. Currently, we are going to provide it online live. So the speaker is going to conduct the course, or the team is going to conduct the course online. It will come with a schedule, and all those colleges who wish to join this program, they will tell their students to register. We will be providing you the list of registration well in advance. So many students have registered. This is one thing. And we'll also be providing you all the brochure, the flyer. We will be providing you what the speaker is going to speak in brief. We'll be providing you the necessary photos of the say activity going on. We will be providing you the documents that you will need to provide it to NAAC or to AQ during the AQR in advance. That will make up your 90-95% of work. In case you want a certificate, that will come at an extra cost. But after giving all this, you yourself can give a certificate where we can definitely make a mention in association with IQAC Cluster. This certificate has been given, that you can print it out. If you want us to print it, then it comes at a cost because it has to go to our technical team. It takes time. And the print, I mean to say, a soft copy of that can also be provided to you if in case you're interested in that case. So this is how we will be conducting it out. The copy of MoU will immediately reach. These are the conditions that we have made, except for the academic programs, which are not going to be of 12 hours. That is 1 credit. They are likely to be of 30 hours. They would be having a different cost, and that would come depending on the program. All the other courses will be having standard सब घोड़े 12% आप कोई भी कोर्स ले लो वो 5,000 rupees का रहेगा for and you can have any number of students. The objective here of the cluster is not to make money. The objective here of the cluster is to reach out to each and every college to see to it that their requirements are sufficed. There is a big team that is going to work behind this for the activity to succeed. There will be a variety of teams who are going to conduct these courses. Number two, there will be a good number of there will be a technology support that is going to come in. And to keep the documents ready and to send those documents, someone else is also going to work. So keeping this in mind, per course, rupees 5,000 is hardly any amount. So far as academic courses are concerned, we will be intimating you. You look at those courses that we are offering, the lists are coming up, and it would also come up with its respective price, and we'll let you know about that. Ganesham, can you please show the list of courses that we have designed out currently? We are already with these teams. They are available. I've just taken 2 teams today. So can you showcase the list that we have currently? Ganesham, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the list that we had talked out, that we had chalked out 2 days ago. Can you show that list? And we had finalized it out today in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, participant, give us 2 minutes. Yeah, those courses will also come on the mail. The list will also come on the mail, and they will be coming along with the list, the MOU link. But then I'll just showcase it right now over here, and then we can take some questions. Please give us a minute's time. Keep your questions ready, or we can have, I will be showcasing the list also. They're primarily based on what NAAC asks for. This is the basic logic that comes into picture. Can we have questions till then? By that time, Ganesham will be showcasing the list. Ganesham, can you please open up, help the people to ask their questions?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, good evening, sir. This is Dr. Ashwini Dalal. Actually, I have one question regarding
Your college also, please.
Yeah, it is NMD College, Gondia, Maharashtra.
Okay, fine.
It is
Yes,
a multi-faculty college. We have BCom, BBA, BCCA, law.
fantastic.
I am from law. I am from law stream.
Okay.
So it's really a very good initiative you have taken in this group, and it's your this cluster. My question is that, sir, I am interested in having collaboration with you regarding that course. So it's a 1 week, 12-hour course. So it's actually when we are depositing 5,000 rupees fee. So it is for matlab, the duration of that actually how many courses we can take for our students?
You can take any number of courses. Per course, it will be rupees 5,000.
Okay, per course it will be 5,000.
Rupees
Right.
5,000. So it will be
Okay.
for one course, it will be 5,000. You can have any number of students for it.
Right. And
we have calculated it something like this. That's if a college is to conduct one course, then in that case, for 12 hours, the college would be paying minimum of rupees 12,000.
okay.
Let's assume so, okay, for a good expert needs to be paid minimum of 1,000 rupees per hour. So that would mean that it would have costed a college at least 12,000 rupees
Per course.
per course.
Per course.
We think
Yeah.
so that if we are to deliver this course to the remotest village in India, very affordable, and therefore we have kept it rupees 5,000.
And your organization is not providing certificate, right, for that course?
No, if you see, certificate comes at I need a technical team for it. So
Okay.
certificate we'll be providing you all the lists. In case you want certificates, we'll let you know what our part. It's our technology partner who will be letting you know what is the cost that comes in. We can create all those e-certificates and send it to you, but that part comes at an extra cost. In case
sir, kindly add that the taxes will be extra as applicable.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. These are some of the courses that you are able to see that we are proposing out over here. And so far as academics is concerned, it is a 30-hour course to come or like that. So I will not talk about it currently, but for research methodology for students, criteria 3 and criteria 5, again, it comes as a skill. IPR comes in criteria 3. Research and innovation skills, that can come in criteria 3. All these are useful for MSc master students. Course in entrepreneurship, that comes in again in criteria 3. Community-based courses that can come into criteria again in criteria 3. Short-term skills which come in criteria 5. And this list can add up. This list will go up. And as it adds up, we will be informing you the list also. Study skills for students. Many a times, slow learners, how do you treat them? This is one question. One short-term course which will relate to their reading skills, that is their learning skills, their noting down skills, their ability to get organized. All these can come in this short-term course that you are able to see. Soft skills courses can be provided. We have excellent speakers with us. ICT skills that are needed for students. Basic skills that may be needed. Professional communication skills. Students are to join industries. They need to know how to write a mail, to how to write a letter, to how to write their own resume, or for that matter, resume writing, group discussion, and preparing for interviews. In the last month, just before the student is going to pass out, or in the second term, such kind of courses, a short can make a big difference to the student that you are able to see. Gender programs that I have made, I mentioned, Dr. Rupa has just now talked about it. Then you are able to see environment related programs that are going to come in, a course on water that I made, I mentioned, environment and sustainability that comes into picture. One big area, ethics, and then you are able to see ethics and universal values and national integration and professional ethics. All these aspects that keep on bothering us in criteria 1.3.1 and then in criteria 7 and somewhere even in research in criteria 3. All these aspects can definitely count down over here. So these are the areas that we have made a mention. This list will increase. Second part, so far as academic, there are some queries that are coming up. So far as 30-hour course in academics is coming out, that can count out for teachers also. Let me be very honest, because these courses are very specific to a specific subject. Therefore, those courses will be having a different price tag. So we'll let you know what it is. We'll try to keep it for the institutions so that it remains very cheap. But then in that case, the cost will not be 5,000 just for data analytics, let us say, or for business intelligence. It would be something different. What it is, we will talk to the right people. We'll let you know what those prices are. In your queries, automatically we'll be getting those. We will be answering those queries.
Dr. Parekh, can I come in, please?
Just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Let me complete. This is what I wanted to tell you. Now, sir, Arun Kumar ji, yes, your question, please.
Thank you, sir. Sir, of course, I'm Dr. Arun Kumar from Dolphin Institute, Dehradun. Sir,
Yes.
I have a little query. What will be the timing of these lectures, which will be?
They will be in the evenings.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Because
Yeah.
the colleges will normally go on up to 4 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
The students
4:30.
reach home
Yeah.
by 6 o'clock. So it will be in the evenings.
It will be somewhere around 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the evening, sir?
Yeah, somewhere around 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock.